What is going on, guys? We are back with another rebuild on Madden 21, and today it's a realistic rebuild of the Indianapolis Colts after the announcement of Anthony Castonzo and Phillip Rivers retiring from the NFL. Very, very wild stuff, I thought Phillip Rivers was going to be like a quick shot option for the Colts, but I didn't think it was going to be that quick. It really does make me a little worried about the finality of quarterbacks, as Rodgers is very close to that Phillip Rivers age. You know, he's going to be 38 when we're kind of in the middle of the next NFL season. So it's scary stuff. It's definitely scary stuff. I don't know what I don't know what some of these other future quarterbacks are going to be like long term, but you do have to like the fact that strong arm quarterbacks are typically the ones that last the longest. And speaking of strong arm quarterbacks, we are most likely going to be targeting Mr. Matthew Stafford if it is possible. So we do have the Chiefs and the Buccaneers here in the Super Bowl. The winner of this Super Bowl, according to Madden, is the Chiefs, just like our video we had. Very entertaining one. If you guys are interested in watching that, maybe take a look at it. Of course, we do have the regressions now. Phillip Rivers, one of them, he will retire for us here. Jonathan Taylor goes to Superstar. I don't know if I feel great about this. I may drop his dev and raise Stafford's because Stafford had a pretty decent season yet again, considering his injury. So, I don't know. I feel like it's a little unfair for him to constantly be getting cucked by EA. We'll see. Ali Cox, is that a star dev? Maybe he already had it. So, left tackle, maybe a little bit of a need. Not the biggest need in the world, though. And as far as defense goes, Darius Leonard, almost called him Leonard Floyd, gets to Superstar, which I think is totally fair. Buckner, was he always an X Factor? He should be, right? Yeah, it appears so. Kenny Moore, we did a Colts rebuild really recently, if I'm not mistaken. But, of course, this is without Phillip Rivers and whatnot. So, we're going to do this one, and yeah, I think it's going to be Stafford. I think there's a very good chance that Stafford ends up going to the Colts, because, you know, one of the other top teams I would say would be maybe the Bears, but obviously the Lions aren't going to straight up trade him to the freaking Bears. That would be really weird. Another thing, we're going to be doing our Bulldogs off-season stream on twitch.tv/Jeromepkr, so maybe follow over there if you haven't. It'll be at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight, unless something changes. Could move to 10, but most likely, like 99% chance, 9 o'clock. Should be some fun. And yeah, maybe go follow. And if you're going to go follow there, maybe leave a like on this video and subscribe. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, we have learned things, and that is Marlon Mack is probably not going to return as a Colt, whereas the Colts do have a ton of money. I just don't think it makes a lot of sense. Maybe you tag and trade, but what can you really get from Marlon Mack? Like maybe a 4th-round pick? You know what? I am going to tag and trade him, actually. So, of course, no to Phillip, who should be retired. T.Y. Hilton, man, that's a tough one. He's been regressing hard. I'm going to let him go. I'm going to let this mof go. Malik Hooker, this one's a tough one because another kind of injury-prone player, but I think he's worth it. I think he's worth it. Exactly what I was hoping to get. Nice. Trey Burton, no. Mo Ali Cox, no. I'd probably rather have Trey Burton in that case. Lots of names here, actually. Holy crap. Anthony Walker's asking for too much at 26 in my... let me think. That's not terrible. We'll re-sign him for that price. That's not bad. This Colts team looks pretty good for cap. I'll tell you what. Did I actually turn salary cap off? What's the story here? But yeah, as far as must-sign players, I think we kind of got them all out of the way. Now it's just maybe some backups we might be able to work with. 12 mil tag, which means about 6 mil would go to our hit. And then 6 mil goes to whoever we will be trading this man off to. Odell Beckham is a free agent. I don't hate that for the Colts. I think one of the big things for the Colts team to try and get Matthew Stafford here would be to show that they are trying to get better wide receivers. Kenny Golladay, I see the Lions easily being able to get him back. J.C. Jackson is a name I don't see often. I'm going to take him. I mean, we see him every once in a while, but I'm going to take him. Marcus Williams, no. Desmond King wouldn't be a bad player to add with him. We need a lineman, but I don't really want a bid war for any of these older guys. We'll see if there's anyone here. I already like the offers we made. I think they're pretty solid. Tanyan likely returns to the Packers, but I don't know exactly what his number would be. Here it's a 4-year 27, which isn't terrible. Janu, maybe? We definitely need to go for... Ooh. We should not have went for Anthony Walker because Jaon's, like, not a whole lot more than him. Yeah, there's some decent names here. We definitely need to target some of these players. That 98 catch? What the hell? Maybe I'm going to go with Tanyan. 98 catch? This is literally like Higbee. I don't understand. What is this? 98 catch, but 78 catch in traffic. What does that even mean? What does it mean? So we get Odell, we get J.C. Jackson, we get Robinson, we get Tanyan, we get Grant Haley, and we get Villanueva, who's not a bad little replacement for Anthony Costanzo. And for Stafford, we will obviously be upgrading him a little bit and putting him at superstar. I think it's fair while dropping Jonathan Taylor back down to star. We give them pick 21 this year and a 3rd round next year. I think that's very fair for Stafford if you compare what other veteran quarterbacks have gone for in the past, and that is the past, where, you know, even 7-8 years ago, the league wasn't as pass-heavy as it is now. Like, it was kind of pass-heavy, but nowhere near to what it has been the last several years. So I think it makes a lot of sense to do it. I think Stafford is a very solid quarterback if he can stay healthy. I think if there was no injury concerns, maybe Detroit wouldn't even allow him to move on. But more importantly, I think he could go for even more than we gave. So we're going to up him a little bit here. I think an 84 overall superstar is fair in my book. We also were able to get Leonard Fournette and Jerry Hughes, which is not a bad win. Leonard Fournette is kind of like a Jonathan Taylor type, but it never hurts to have a fast power / elusive back. You know, I'll take the hybrids. Quentin Nelson's contract. I think you actually do give him the 5th year because he's automatically going to be getting paid max anyways, so might as well just get him as cheap as physically possible for now. I didn't show it because it skipped ahead, but Detroit landed Zach Wilson at number 8, which I don't expect to happen, but if that's the case, that's an absolute win of a trade for them. Should have also taken a look at what they got at 21, but it is what it is. Yeah, that's a bit of a win. J.C. Horn, I don't think corner's as big of an issue now that we got J.C. Jackson. So as far as what our next pick is, we don't really have too many players that are super high. Quincy could be someone we take a risk on late 2nd, but this could be a trade down draft. You know, picking at 22, it's a tough situation to be in. Kadarius here, not a bad pick either. Wide receiver situation's not that bad, though. I feel like, especially if that guy's normal, I don't think that really, upgrades us too much at the position. Our guy is gone, even though I wasn't super high on him after seeing the combine grade. I think this is a trade down. I think the Colts try to recoup some for that 1st and that 3rd next year, and maybe end up getting, maybe that 3rd back, barely moving back. So we're able to get 2 thirds and a 4th this for 54. A 4th, and why the hell did we give him that 4th, by the way? And Ture, which, I mean, I guess it's okay. And the Vikings trade up for a running back. Interesting. Akiyor is gone. That was going to be one of our picks. Blankenship, one of our, we could actually take him soon. Should we take him as our 1st overall pick? I think, once again, this might be cheating, but we don't get much scouting anyway, so if I remember the class a little bit, I'll try to use that knowledge. I think he's star. I believe Xavier's normal, I'll tell you that. Joe Tryon, I have no clue. Late 4th. Our next pick is 21. Surely the safety will be there still, right? We need pass rusher more, I think. So I'm going to go with Mr. Joe Tryon. 69 overall normal. He's actually not bad. I'll take that. That's startable. Assuming we don't have someone better than that. Let's keep going slow to see who goes. Paris Ford goes, so our guy could be next. Ventrell Miller, and then Jack Anderson, who I think he actually is normal in this class. I try to go between, I've been using, we have 2 classes that are okay, and I've been switching them almost every time, so then it's hard for me to remember. So Reed Blankenship, I think, is either star or normal, and let's take him. And he is star. Hit a development trait, could play corner, but he's a little too slow for that. Luckily for us, we need safety a little bit more than that, and he wears number 12. Interesting. This may be a little bit of a reach, but at 21 years old, 6'2", insane combine grade, I think he's a pretty solid backup for us in the future. 70 overall, insane speed, kind of like a DRC type, it seems, just without the catching. I think that's a pretty good pick. It sucks seeing Daniel here, but we can't just keep doing that move. I think he's a star in both. Same with Baron Browning. I can't remember if Ben Petrula is a star on this class or not. We're going to take Ben Petrula. And he is hidden, 62 overall. That's a little bit of a cheese play, but he is a low overall, so I don't feel as bad. That could have been a normal easily. We just don't get much of a chance to scout, so, this is what's going to happen every once in a while. Early 6, we're in the 5th. We'll take Big Cat Brian as well. 65 overall normal. Ooh, he is a lot worse than I remembered. What the hell can you even do with him? Other than release him, which is, I think, our best option here. Who the hell? 273 pounds? But why? I'm going to take Boye Mafe, whatever his name is, Boye Mafe. Very fast, insane strength. Ooh, he's a lot better than I thought he was. I don't know if his only trait's swim move, but we may have a decision on our hands between him and our actual first pick that we took, which was really high up there. Probably should have went with for a wide receiver, but honestly, with Odell, I just feel comfortable with the receivers we got. Going to take a fullback. 65 overall, normal, Haimuli. Well, let's take a look at our hidden. I think we had 3, if I'm not mistaken. We had Joe Tryon was not a hidden. Reed Blankenship was. Kind of want to see what the Lions also took, because obviously they got a quarterback at their top pick, but that wasn't our pick. Oh, he's superstar. Okay, I can work with superstar, and I do not like... Actually, 43 is all right. Reminds me of some white dude. I can't remember. Maybe him. Maybe it's him that I'm being reminded of. Petrula probably stays at center. I don't know if our center could ever move to tackle. Probably not. That's a pretty big jump. Start development as expected. And no, we only had 2 hiddens. Unless one of these guys was... No, I'm pretty sure they're all... Actually, we only got 2. Let's take a look at what the Lions took in the... Not a chance that happens. Not a singular chance. He's the top 10 guy. Could be playing wide receiver, hybrid-wise anyways. Not a chance. He's all the way down to 21. But if he is, what a pick. You cannot tell me the Lions in this universe did not win that trade. There's no doubt in my mind. And then, of course, they went on to take some very, very good picks. The Detroit Lions came away with one of the best draft classes I've ever seen from an AI. There's some really nice picks in there. Better than ours, but obviously they did have a lot more capital. What's in your wallet? Yo, since when does this team have so many good safeties? Why the hell did we even go for Reed? Oh, no. So it's definitely worth tagging Mack as we trade Mack and Willis to the Steelers for 92 and 156, which is a massive upgrade for their running back position as they had Benny Snell, another slow running back, as their starter. Jalen Samuels, the tight end conversion running back. Marlon Mack is clearly the number 1 there. All right, for our first actual season, we have ourselves an 82 overall team. Matthew Stafford is a superstar development player. These are his ratings, which I think are completely fair. It's kind of something like, I feel like some of the ratings didn't stay, but who cares? I feel like that's kind of what he started the year off with in Madden. As far as superstar abilities go, I think this one would be more of a Pocket Deadeye. Pocket Deadeye and Quick Draw, I think, are very fair abilities. Jonathan Taylor back down to star. I think he was good, but superstar is a little pushing it, I think. As far as the wide receivers, definitely look for another one in the draft upcoming when we actually have a decent pick to work with. But for right now, with Odell, if he stays healthy, Pittman and Campbell, if they all stay healthy, not a bad looking lineup. O-line, we take a little bit of a hit, left tackle, but a lot cheaper and still sturdy enough. Tanyan, the new tight end. As far as defense goes, linebacker may be something you think about in the future. Quarterbacks, I think the corners are fine. Right end, Hughes, look to replace him. Mafe might have to replace him as well. DTs, maybe Stewart. But as far as the team looks straight out the gate, looks pretty decent. Probably playoff worthy, I think. All right, this is the time I hate, but Darius Leonard, who has been such a star for this team, I'm going to pay him. We did a rebuild recently enough with the Colts, and we kind of tagged him a few times, but we're just going to pay him. Give the man the respect he deserves. Same with Braden Smith, another guy. Lineman, specifically tackle, is not easy to find a solid one of, and that is exactly what Braden Smith is. Hines, that's not a bad contract. I think I think I'm willing to pay that. I think the Colts definitely can benefit from a guy like Hines being around longer. As far as the rest of the guys go, Glowinski, not a bad lineman, but I think at 30, at normal, you might have to replace him. And then the rest probably replace them as well. Heading to the playoffs from Week 17, and I'll tell you what, it was a pretty good season, 12-4. Odell was complaining around Week 5, even though we were 5-0. What a selfish little dude. To be fair, I don't know what his numbers are, so maybe he actually has a reason to be mad. Matthew Stafford, not great. Not great. 3,800 yards, 28 touchdowns, 11 picks. Jonathan Taylor, really solid. Probably not good enough to get into superstar like he would have in real life. Pittman, I mean, it's just not enough. The offense wasn't super great. Take a look at O-line just for the hell of it. As, yeah, Villanueva did have a pretty bad year. 109 for Okereke. Anthony Walker with 105 tackles. Buckner, 12.5. Leonard with 6.5. Boya Mafe, not bad, with 6. Joe Tryon with 5.5. Not the worst numbers from what we've seen. Pick totals, pretty decent, once again, from what we've seen. That's not bad. Any Rookie of the Year awards or anything like that? MVP, Rodgers. Watson, still on the Texans at number 2. Any award wins at all? Rookie of the Year, no. Offensive, defensive, Blankenship at number 2. That sucks. O-line of the Year with Quentin. And that's literally it. Kind of unfair to go against the Steelers here. We're 12-4. We must have been like inches away from a freaking bye week, but we're at least in the playoffs. I thought maybe it was going to be a close call, but yeah, 12-4 definitely exceeded expectations. And ironically enough, Marlon Mack on the other team. Let's see what he can do for them. Big Ben's still there. I thought that's why they had the cap space. They got rid of him. I don't even know, but off to a pretty decent start. Pittsburgh is with 7 points. Now 14 points before we even get on the board once. There you go with a nice touchdown. Defense looked to set that up. Before half it, it's 14 all out of nowhere. They get 3 to start the second half, though. 6 now. Fourth quarter. This is a close call. Offense has a chance, though, and they will take the lead with 5 minutes left. Can Big Ben come up with another clutch drive? He cannot. Forcing his own team to a long field goal and setting up the Colts for the game winner. And they do win it, 24-20. Big Ben just doesn't have the juice anymore as Matthew Stafford outplays him, not by much, but I suppose they won. So not really an outplay, but yeah, probably an outplay because, you know, Jonathan Taylor wasn't good on the ground, yet they had 2 touchdowns, so could have made those passing. And Michael Pittman, 186 with a touchdown. I wish he would have had that one more on whatever bad game he may have played. Buckner with 3.5 sacks. Bud Dupree with 2. Hughes with 1. Stewart with 1. Half for Boya. And then TJ Watt with half. Is his name just Mafe? I don't even know. Divisional round against the division rival, Houston Texans, with Deshaun Watson still at the quarterback helm. Going to the end of the game, we were a little bit of a slow starter last game. This one doing a little bit better out the gate. A lot bit better, actually. But so is the opposing team. Lots of points here in this first half. We have not had a single drive where we stopped them, but they haven't done so either with us. We've scored every drive. It might have been a field goal one time, but it's still enough to lead. And now it's a tie game at 31-all. Field goal lead. That is going to be the win as the Colts are in the championship round. Holy crap. Deshaun Watson went off 5 touchdowns, 1 pick. Gotta assume a lot of rushing touching here with Stafford with 2, 3 on the ground for us. Receiving, Tanyan, huge game. Pittman, another solid game. Defensively now, Buckner. Total of 5.5 sacks through the playoffs now. Already the playoff performer of the year. Trill Williams with a pick in that game. Clutch play across the board. Stafford got to avoid those picks, though. I need you to relax a little. And I got a speed upgrade with Taylor because that's clearly what he needs. He's insane already. And, of course, the team you never want to see in any situation in the playoffs, 10 years down the line, 20, 30, the first year, whatever it is, the Cleveland Browns. Absolute juice roster out of their mind. And on the other side, Chiefs, the Packers versus the Buccaneers. I really needed to see that, EA. Thank you very much. As a Packers fan, that makes me just feel so happy. Really hope it's going to be the Packers in there, so I feel even worse. 14-7, and the Browns tied up before halftime. 14-all. Cleveland is now leading. Good bounce-back drive for the Indianapolis, though. Had a chance there, didn't get it, and this does not look good as Chubb scores some like 70. The offense on 4th and 7 is clutching, and then Stafford throws the game-sealing pick as they score yet another touchdown. It looked close for a while, and then all that happened. 2 picks for Stafford. I don't think he had a single game in the postseason where he didn't throw a pick. They had 2 rushers for almost 300 total yards. Absolutely smoked us at pretty much every facet of the game. And then, of course, Buckner did not have his usual pressure game. The Browns are just built too damn well. Never mind, the Buccaneers are in it, and they do not win it. DevOps Pittman actually goes to Superstar. I'm a little bit surprised by that, but it is obviously a massive, massive upgrade win for us. No DevOps for Jonathan Taylor. Stafford does drop to an 82 overall. Bobby goes to Superstar Development Trade here, which is pretty clutch. D-line, it would appear that nobody goes up in Dev, which is definitely a little unfortunate, but not super unexpected. And yeah, obviously some of the positions of need, pass rusher, maybe middle linebacker, offensively, probably someone on the offensive line. Stafford does drop 2 overall, but I'm not even going to be, I'm not going to lie, it's pretty fair. He actually didn't have that great of a season, so makes sense that he dropped. Yeah, like I said, I think maybe think about a quarterback if there's one there for the value. O-line is definitely high on the list. Wide receiver, number 3, probably decently high. And then pass rusher in general with potentially a middle linebacker. All right, another offseason. Not a bad start for our rebuild here, as we did get that unexpected upgrade in Dev to Pittman. We moved Kelly over to right guard just because I felt like Petrula is not built as well for guard, as he's really slow. 53 speed, that's lower than Vince Wilfork, I believe. Vita Vea right now. That is really bad. Of course, likely to get a new left tackle. However, Quentin Nelson, we're going to be paying him top-tier tackle money, so why not potentially move him there? We'll see. Of course, everyone else looks pretty good. Maybe look for a wide receiver. As far as defense goes, though, linebacker definitely on the top of our needs list. Pass rusher, very high. So let's see if we can maybe address one of those positions, preferably a pass rusher in free agency. Of course, you can see Jair Alexander. Don't really need a corner that good. Not that anyone wouldn't, take it. J.J. Watt, that's just too rich for our blood. We're looking to maybe spend at most 10 mil here. Calais Campbell still being here. Maybe we can offer him a low ball. Safety, obviously not a need for us. I think we've done Nwosu a lot. It's okay. Nice way to put it. James Daniels, though. James Daniels' avatar. Could move him to guard. He's already at guard, but he doesn't really belong there necessarily. James Daniels. It's either you go for James Daniels, you save money, or you end up going for Mr. Calais, who could give you a ring here. A little bit on the older side. Doesn't really fit the edge bill. Nah, I think you got to pass on him. As far as O-line, we have a pretty good one the way it is, so I'd probably rather just save the money in that case. We'll actually take a look at who we have to re-sign first for next season, and then we'll make our decision. Yeah, this is why you look at these things first. Rock Ya-Sin, who could be on his way out. He's already 26, needs a contract. Bobby, we're definitely going to pay. That's going to be about 10 mil per year. Kicker, if we want to keep him, that's probably about 4 to 5 mil per year. Nelson's going to be doubled. Stafford, if we keep him, which I don't know about this rate. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. That's probably going to be another, couple mil extra onto what he's already being paid. So that cap space we have right now is basically going to disappear. We get a couple of backups, nothing major, but yeah, something to hold it down in the depth chart. As far as the draft goes, this man looks to be paid all the money in the world. Allman, didn't even mean to go that way, but all the money in the world, as he is by far like the only decent quarterback, which really sucks. Once again, we have had it in the past where it's not guaranteed that he is the only one. This guy might be actually worth taking a shot at, because as far as these players go, he probably is the best one here. Maybe Aaron Palmer, but maybe Newkirk, actually. We have 3 options. We'll see if we want to take any of them, though. We'll see, if somebody lasts a little bit longer than the others. Hey, it's not easy, okay? Sometimes you can't hold it in. We got some more backups. Fatu Kasi was actually not a bad one. Pettis wasn't too much because he's on the way to being out of the league. And then we paid a decent bit for this center who has star development. I don't know if he'll ever start for us, but it seemed to be a pretty decent pick. I may not even draft this lineman that I see now just because of him. So I want this DT a little bit more just because I feel like it is a bigger need going forward. But Edison's also very solid. So we're going to go between one of these two and make ourselves a sandwich. I don't even... Okay. Whatever one is gone first, we will be taking the other one. Yo, what? What in the world? That is such a high pick. You've got to be kidding me. That is massively high. That's what she said. I don't think that DT is going to go that high, though. Judge will go like 25th. So we're going to go to 24. Ooh, the Chiefs. Oh, I thought it was me, the Chiefs. So we're going to go to 24. I mean, he could be gone way later for all we know. But as far as first-round picks go, there's not a whole lot remaining, especially for best available. Not even just best available, but especially for our position need. And a fourth's not enough. Really? I thought we'd definitely get a fourth for that. I don't even know if they want Jack Doyle, but we gave him Jack Doyle, pick 30, and a 86 pick next year for that selection, which we'll now be using to grab a DT. If our DT is good, we can actually probably trade off the number 2 DT we currently have for a decent bit of value. There he is. Kendrick Judge is a real hit-or-miss player, but obviously the combine's insane. Got a B+ to power move, some other B+, so I think it's worth the risk. And, I mean, in a traditional Madden sense, that's not a bad pick by any means. Is he fast enough to play edge? He's pretty speedy. I don't know. It's a close call. With the way that pick went, though, like, do I even have any faith in this Martin Allen guy at all? Early third, late third. Really, our next picks, we could go Jason Boston. No pick really here is worth another trade-up, in my opinion. So I'm just going to go to 30 and see what we get. All right, so the pass rusher, Martin Allen, is there. Top skills are a little debatable. He's fast. I don't know if I see him being hidden. Jason Boston, that's another hit-or-miss guy. Same with Palmer. Same with Newkirk. The thing is, though, Boston does have the lowest age. He's 21. Maybe a little bit on the small side for a quarterback, but I think I'm willing to take him. I don't know what that sound was, but we'll probably take a look at what Martin Allen's like. But I think we're going to take Jason Boston and hope for the best. Ooh, that is not good. As far as his ratings go, though, he's not the worst player going. But yeah, that is a lot worse than I expected. I ain't gonna lie. Let's see if we can find the guy we missed. And with this pick, assuming our tight end is there, I think he's definitely a best available pick type of guy. Tanyan's not getting any younger necessarily, so even if the guy's not great, you know, he could play backup. If he is great, we have ourselves a good starter. The Falcons get Martin Allen. Looks like a decent overall. Let's move over to pick 22. And let's take a look at the tight ends there. He is early 5th, looks very fast, looks worthy of taking, and he was not. So far, this draft has gone about as poorly as physically possible. Amari Barker, decent pick. Could kind of use wide receiver, so I think we're going to go to the start of the 4th if he's there, which I don't know if he is. Aaron Palmer, higher overall than our guy. Sweet. He is. We're going to be trading up to Philadelphia because they could use a wide receiver, so take that off them before they even have a chance to look at the spot. We ended up with Reggie Roberson anyways, even though we did not draft him. We traded 126 this, 158 this, and then a next year 7th round to move up to pick 1 in the 4th round. This could be our best pick of the draft. We're going to be taking Mr. Amari Barker. He is 23, but lots of potential, decent skills, pretty fast, and it's not our best pick of the class. Not the worst, sadly to say, but definitely not the best either. Now, to salvage this draft class a little bit, assuming nobody else is there, you know, maybe the middle linebacker's there, probably be worth taking him, which he is not. Newkirk's still there, late 5th. I mean, the skills aren't bad, but yeah, I'm done with risking it. We're going to try to get a 4th round for this pick if we can, and we do from the Browns. And they end up with a 68 overall player. Sweet. We then add a 5th round pick for our 6th round pick, which is another fair trade. And then with this pick, I think we're going to be taking best available kicker, which appears to be Charles Lynch. Let's take him. 66 overall and pretty average. Probably worse than average. We didn't land a single hit him, but let's see if any of the guys we were going to go for were. Let's take a look at the center, who obviously a bit of a trade up for a position that isn't that big of a need for us, but we still want to take a look anyways. 77 overall normal. Definitely a good pick. Obviously no hit him, which sucks, but there's only so much you can do. Here's Martin Allen, the 69 overall normal player. Definitely a lot of potential, decent finesse, but still not a great player either. And I don't remember there being much more for us to look at. James Allman, the best and pretty much only quarterback in the entire class. Pretty decent outside of that speed department. Hidden though, let's see what development he has. I'm going to guess star. I don't know why, I just think star. Superstar, so definitely a good pick for the Bears, finally. Cecil Newkirk. Nice. Of course he was hidden. God dang it. How? How is he hidden? Star development. Can't wait to see that every quarterback was hidden except for ours. Woods, Stevie Woods, no. He was 21 though. Frank Heath, no. Well, we know this guy doesn't. He was literally the lowest rated quarterback in the entire class. Any of the other guys hidden? Daniel Williams, he is 24 though. So in this specific case, I don't think, unless he's an X Factor, I don't think he's better than our guy. 3 extra years of age is very brutal, especially for a guy that wouldn't be projected to start. And yeah, he's only star. So yeah, Newkirk is the guy we missed. But once again, 2 years ahead in age for one dev. I don't know. I don't think that's that much of a miss. I think it's fine. I'd rather have our guy. And to the Washington football team for a 3rd-round pick, which is obviously super fair. All right, so this is what the roster looks like for year 2, the actual year 2. We have Pittman at what appears to be an 80 overall. I mean, you can kind of use a little bit of everything. So slot receiver really just needs speed and route running, and there's a good start. 88 speed, 88 excel. Definitely a tall, good possession player, but maybe has a chance to develop a little bit more than just that. We have Campbell at the number 3 spot, Robinson at 4, Barker at 5. O-line looking a little, low of an overall in the interior, but young. Very good offensive line in general. Quentin slides to the left. He's such a god. It doesn't matter where he plays, really. Linebackers, definitely another focus. Going into next season, we moved Judge over to right end because at the end of the day, stopping the run is important. Just as important as getting to the pass rusher or to the quarterback. And he has a little bit of both. He can definitely stop the run because of how big and strong he is, but he's also fast enough to get around that edge. Cornerback, maybe look for another one soon because Kenny Moore's not getting any younger. And of course, Rocky Sin, I think we might actually let go. 26, going on to 27. Really hasn't developed super well unless the contract's not, crazy expensive. Right now, Trill, not a bad little number 3. Maybe even move up to number 2 if he gets himself a breakout. Safeties, I think, are perfectly fine. And let us get right into it. All right, re-sign time. Of course, Quentin Nelson wanting about 20-some mil per year, which is honestly pretty damn fair. Obviously, we've seen what David Bakhtiari was paid, and this is like pocket change for that. A 5-year, 75 mil. I mean, we're getting a little expensive with these linebackers, not going to lie. I think that's the last one we're paying. Stafford wants a $33 million deal. This could be one of those crunch time type of things where we just decide to either tag him or whatnot. And then Rocky Sin, he does want a pretty favorable contract towards us, so I think we will actually give it to him. All right, here we are, heads to the playoffs, and we are in them, but only at 9-7. It was really strange to me. Once again, we are 9-6, and they were like, you want to rest or start? I'm like, I think we'll start them, thank you very much, especially with a chance to take the division itself. Not going to lie, Stafford may not be it. We'll take a look at who was the fault in this one, but last season wasn't great. I can't imagine this was great. There goes my dog running around again. Okay, 31 touchdowns, 12 picks, 4,100 yards. I think we should compare that to the rest of the league real quick just to see kind of how he's performing. So yardage-wise, he was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14th for yardage. And for touchdowns, he was 15th. So 14 and 15. He's mid-tier of the league. I guess you can win with that if your team has great players all around, which they kind of do, so we'll see. And the thing is, though, well, I guess you've heard it's kind of like a hybrid scheme where 2 different players are getting the ball, but yeah, the ground game is all right, but it's not like otherworldly, causing, Stafford's numbers to drop. And hey, we finally got a 1,000-yard receiver and maybe our first double-digit touchdown guy, and it's Robert Tonyan, the guy that has a contract till he's 31 here, looks to actually get to superstar, which is really impressive for, a tight end. Michael Pittman, down year. Paris Campbell was not even the number 3. He was the number 3, but he was technically supposed to, not play as many snaps, and he didn't. You look at the comparison between downs played and Pittman's downs played. It's, not that high comparatively. And here, look at the line. That just isn't true. Like, the tackles just would not do that. As far as the other defensive stats, Leonard with 19 sacks, 20 for Buckner. Oh my. Joe Tryon somehow got a ton of sacks. He wasn't even the projected starter. Where the hell is Boye? I don't even know, like, what are the downs played? Rodrigo, we gave a 3-year deal to. Definitely worth it. You can see that was a pretty good season. As far as downs played go, where is our guy? Oh, yeah, he didn't get any snaps, so he got cucked from the roster. Oh, well. As far as yearly awards go, Rodgers, is that a second MVP now? Maybe even 3? I don't know. But looking at our awards, almost Defensive Player of the Year with Buckner. How the hell did Queen win it? Any rookie awards? No. Running back, no. Wide receiver, no. O-line, yes, even though he wasn't that great. Buckner, obviously, on the D-line. As far as linebackers, got a couple of guys in there. So, I mean, close on a couple of awards. Did win one, so... yeah, not bad, not bad. In the playoffs, the Jaguars are actually kind of set. We're playing our divisional rival here. We're in 88, they're in 85. I still think, even with the overall saying what they're saying, I think the Jaguars roster gets the nod, right? I don't really see us beating them in much. Like, we have a better DT. Better pass rush in general isn't really an argument. I think it's pretty close, actually. I think they may have similar wide receivers. It depends on what they did outside of Chark. Quarterback, way better in their situation. Our running back's a little bit better. And as far as O-line, obviously we have the nod there. But, you know, they're not a bad team. I think we're better, but with that quarterback position, it may be enough. It is not, because Stafford and the Colts are dominating this one. 51-23. What a performance. Defense was pretty damn good. Offense was really good. Stafford finally didn't throw a pick in the postseason, so... finally, that Stafford move looking decent. Oh, especially with all the rushing touchdowns. Holy crap. 4 rushing touchdowns. Hines with the most carries, even though Taylor was better. That's an interesting head scratcher. Receiving was pretty decent. Tanyan's actually been really solid for this team, especially in the postseason. Darius Leonard with 3 sacks, 2.5 for Buckner. Joe Tryon with 2. The pass rush got after him. 1 for Bobby. As far as kicking goes, perfect for Blankenship. 6 for 6 on extra points. 3 for 3 on regular field goals. A very, 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 very impressive team win. We move on to the divisional. Hopefully it's not the Browns. It is the Chiefs, which is debatably worse. They're an 87 overall, which is not good for us because we know their receivers are insane. We know Mahomes is insane. I don't know if the defense is going to be able to get away with with their defensive strategy like last game. And you can see the Browns were knocked out. So if there was ever a time to win a Super Bowl, this would be it. As right now, the Chiefs, they hold us. They get 7. We get 3, though, on a bounce back. Not great, but it's something. Tied up at 10 all before half. We're actually going to be leading by 3. Not a bad little start. Of course, down by 4 now. I don't like it. Down by 7. Please, Colts. Oh, punt. Oh! Blankenship. And it's tied up. Picking off Mahomes for the game changer. Oh, what the hell was that? I thought they were short. Defense. Did they do it? Defense did it. Stafford and company have a shot. You know what? I'm going to actually trust the as long as the clock doesn't go away, I'm going to trust Stafford and them. Oh my God, I'm not going to trust Stafford and them. They're so bad. What the hell? Tanyan wearing number 87. Why is he not wearing 85? Stafford, Beckham. Okay. And I'm not going to lie. I kind of predetermined Tanyan a bit there. I thought he was going to burn off the line, which he kind of did. But, of course, a safety came down to help. I really don't... I don't want to score the touchdown for this team, but I really don't trust the clock management of Madden. Oh, my. As Matthew Stafford delivers a 27-yard play to Paris Campbell for the game-winning touchdown. And we've seen a glimpse of the stats. Both quarterbacks were not great. However, Stafford still, in the end, did outperform Mahomes. Unbelievable stuff. The defense, I was wrong. I guess the defense could get away with it because they did even better this try. Stafford with a rushing touchdown on top of it. Robert Tanyan, the most catches on the team. As far as sacks go, not as great as last week, but still. Grover making a play. Blankenship with that huge interception inside their own territory. Look at the punting by Rigoberto. Almost 300 yards of punt coverage. But hey, it worked out in the end because we won by 4. And we're headed against the Bengals. No Super Bowl trip just yet, but, you know, if you're ever going to want to get a chance to go to the Super Bowl, it's not the worst team to try and play here, especially this early on. Of all the teams we're going to lose to, right? This is going to be the team, isn't it? I mean, the Bengals are pretty solid in Madden Sim, so it wouldn't shock me, but yeah, 84 overall. They have Levante David, who's definitely on the low overall side. He was like an 87 like a season ago in preseason or in the offseason, so he's got to be really low this time. And of course, on the other side, as I get to see again to make me feel bad, the Packers and the Buccaneers. 7-0 start. Bengals strike back with a touchdown of their own. They now get 3. We get something. Was it a safety? I don't even know. But 16-10. Field goal before half. We are up by 9. Second half, good start. Touchdown with a 2-point. Another touchdown. The Bengals still not out of it. They miss an extra point too. And now they are out of it as the Colts are moving on to the Super Bowl 44-16. I'm not going to lie. I don't see it. I'm not sure what's happening here. Is Stafford just coming up clutch in the postseason for the first time of his career? Because I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, he's driving this team well. Obviously, the ground game has been crucial as they get 4 touchdowns there. But you can make the argument that they could have threw those touchdowns instead. Tanyan, obviously, a really good game again. If Tanyan isn't superstar, I may have to force the dev. I ain't going to lie. He deserves superstar. What he's doing in the postseason, what he did in the regular season, is not easy to do. And the Super Bowl is against the Bucs. No shocker on that one. And look at the dev-ups. We do get superstar for Tanyan. He's an 84 overall, second wind. What is it? Players with this ability have a chance. He's a tight end, though. Like, does a slot-o-matic, does that count? Short in? I think short in makes sense. And then on defense, looking at any dev-ups, it would appear... Oh, Anthony Walker gets a dev-up. I don't know if we need a linebacker because I think he needs a contract next year. So we'll look at linebacker. It's not the most important thing, but nice little dev-up. We'll take it. It's something minor, but it's still better than not getting the dev-up at all. And just to show you, we didn't force any wins or anything because sometimes I do forget after a long season like this. There you can see we did not force any wins or anything like that. I'm really surprised we are here. But it is the Buccaneers. I don't know if Brady's still here, though. He is. What overall is he? I know they're an 88 overall, so the toughest team we faced so far. Super team, Tampa. All right, playing in Arizona. No home field advantage this time. 7-3. I really don't like the chances of this game, but here we are. 10-7. Still 10-7 at half. This is a close one. Oh, we had a shot there. We choked at the goal line. Where have heard that one before? 19-14. Oh, that's not good. They're up by 3. Just don't throw it. Hello? You're going the wrong way, buddy. Let's go with crossers, I guess. This is really the best play. But Pittman not super fast. They look like they're covering deep. Is that Carlton Davis, maybe? Crossers. It's too good. As Pittman's to the 31. Stafford has played okay, but, that's pick and, lack of touchdowns and such. Wait, what? Hello? Are we in hurry up? I didn't mean to do this. Tanyan gets the ball knocked away. Who is that? Is that Winfield? What number does Winfield wear? Is it 20 or 26? 31, is it? Bruh, I'm so slow. I don't want to see Brady win another one. I don't give a damn, okay? I'm winning this game. The Colt original. Paris. Ooh. Throw it. Oh, Stafford, you hero. Oh, my. How does he get the hand on that? I try to stop, and he just doesn't, which sucks, but holy crap. Stafford almost just made like one of the sickest plays I've ever seen. And that's a tough one. And Paris holds on. What the hell? There is no way. He's looking at what time it is. And honestly, there's way too much time for Brady, so I don't know why you're doing that. But what a catch. How? Look at, are you for... Ah! Oh, my Lord. What's this situation? 4th and 10? Clock probably running. There's no way we hold on to this. Get up there. No, damn it. That's a loss. Defense carrying again for Tampa. What? You've got to be kidding me. 2 plays the team gave up a touchdown. Oh, my. That was their chance. And, of course, Brady wins like his 45th ring. God damn it. Damn it, dude. 26-29. I do not want to see the celebration. Well, we got to give it another go. Once again, I did feel like it was a little early. I didn't feel like we were just there yet, even though the team was playing really inspiring football. But, man, does that suck. Blankenship was really freaking good. Damn it, dude. Could be a 4-year, maybe even a 5. We'll see. As far as re-signings go, who the hell did we leave on the board? Oh, yes, Stafford. Interesting. A 1-year 31. He's still an 81 overall. I think we can get it done. I think Stafford can pull it off. Oh, my God, we're broke. Is there anyone we can get rid of? Because I don't know if we can pull this tag off, honestly. Taylor, you got to pay too. Who else do we have to pay? So we have to pay Taylor next season. Pittman, Moore. Probably have to let Moore go. Definitely Grover. So can we get rid of Grover now? Ooh, we can. So Grover would be gone. Who can we get rid of to save this? I don't think we can. I think Stafford's gone. I think you have to let Stafford go. Even if we could get rid of Grover, we could barely afford Pittman or Taylor. Stafford's gone. We need a new quarterback. Let's make sure there's no one else on the list that's cheaper that we can afford. That sucks, dude. Oh, well. The Stafford Chronicles are over. Was the trade worth it? I suppose we'll only know with him being gone, honestly. Yeah, 15 mil to work with. Of course, Grover has got to go. It's too expensive. Worst case scenario, we could get rid of our, or not get rid of, we could start our quarterback we took that wasn't great, but he was something. He's young, I suppose, at least. We trade Stewart to the Lions for pick 98, which isn't a bad trade for either side. So as our cap space goes, once again, we have to kind of allocate about 18 mil at least for next season, which doesn't really give us a whole lot of room to work with. It would be really nice to pull back one of these other quarterbacks. Like Daniel Jones is probably too much, a little bit too late there. Tom Brady, man, what is his ratings? He's way too low of an overall. He'll still carry someone to the damn bowl, though, won't he? Kirk Cousins, huh? I mean, I'd rather just stick with Eason or stick with Eason. But I'm thinking of Eason's stick. It's not even him. We are actually able to get Levante David from free agency. Of course, he is a 79 overall, but it allows us to trade our current middle linebacker because both are basically a 1-year option anyways. And there are some other linebacker options in this one that we will likely go for. As far as quarterback goes, just like before, there was only one decent one. This one is in our range. However, he is 24, so if he is normal, this could be a bit of a bad pick. But since he's a late first, we can maybe trade up and snag him. Maybe we get lucky. I don't know. Even star I'll take, I suppose. So I think we're going to, if he's still there at 17, we're going to trade up to pick 17. Late first is, I mean, a lot later than 17, so it may cost us a bit to get up here, but hopefully in the end it is worth it. Honestly, even with, I mean, this is a very, like, I wouldn't say low percentage pick because he actually does have some pretty good potentials, but with that age, you know, he has to be kind of better than star to be worth it, but at this point with our quarterback position being a 62 overall or a 68 overall, I would take like a 72 star or something like that. Chicago doesn't need a quarterback, so this is definitely a good team to trade with, whereas the Vikings may need one, and of course, they're not going to trade that pick away to the Vikings. What do you mean quarterbacks on their list? They got a superstar. What? We trade Tryon, 31, and 80 to the Bears for pick 17. Tryon was actually probably going to be our projected starter this upcoming season. He did 6.5 sacks. Not a bad pick in the end, but yeah, we ended up trading him. We need a quarterback more, and we will be taking Mr. Theo Foster. Please, just hit in, please. And he is. He's a 74 overall hit in. He actually looks really solid. Decent speed. Of course, injury stamina and toughness is a little low, but decent throwing accuracy and 91 throw power. So definitely a good pick, even if he is star like I expect. Honestly, I think star or superstar X Factor. I don't think there's any in between. I think it's either the very best or worst. Well, hidden at least. As far as our next pick goes, may trade up again. I don't know. We'll see. We did have a wide receiver on the list. Didn't get to finish scouting this tight end, but obviously as a mid-fifth, he's probably worth taking. Linebacker. Kind of a need. Should we just go until one of them's gone? Laurie or Fitzgerald? I definitely want this guy, obviously. So Laurie or Fitzgerald, whoever has gone first, unless it's really high, we may just completely skip it. But if it's like mid-second, we may make the trade up. And of course, the Steelers, why wouldn't it be them get him? Let's see what it could cost or would cost to get to 8 with the Cardinals, because we are going to have to trade up again. I don't think we trade up. I think it's too high. We'll take a look and see if he's there. We may actually reach and take that lineman now, the pass rusher. The linebacker is gone. Is he an early? He's a mid-4th. It's a bit of a reach. It's between him or the center. We do have the tight end as well. Yeah, it's a reach, but it's our biggest need. He looks good enough, and there's no one else nearby, so let's take him. Kareem Sears, and he's a very good player. That's an automatic starter. That is a win. Finally, a decent pass rusher for once. Really good player, actually. He's definitely going to start. And do I trust going down that far? Once again, tight end's not that big of a need. Yeah, let's just go to the next round. We'll go to the next round. The guy's probably going to be gone, and I will probably end up regretting it. But if he's not, it works out, right? And he's not. Emmett Springs, 21, 6'5". The skills we did see, very good catching, decent in the speed. He looks really solid. And he's not bad. 73 overall normal. Good injury, good stamina. This is a guy you could definitely work with. Okay trucking and stiff arm as far as Madden, ratings go. We trade 2 fourths and Anthony Walker for a next year's second round. I think that's fair. Hopefully the Patriots can get something out of it. And then really our last kind of player on our list is kind of a low projection or a low potential guard, Glenn Starr. And yeah, 65 overall normal. I figured so. And the last pick of the class is going to be Kevin Orndorff. Decently fast. He's an okay looking player. He is a 64 overall with decent enough potentials. That catching kind of sucks, but everything else is definitely usable. I believe we did only grab one hidden development player. It is the quarterback, the most important position of a football team. 24, though. If this is star, this is going to be kind of heartbreaking. But like I said, I think X Factor. Or neither. But obviously an absolute W of a play. Number 2... I'd like number 10 for the Colts. I don't know why. I just like it. We're going to go with that. And as far as the linebackers go, I kind of want to see what we missed out on that. And then we'll move on to another season. So here's Lowry to the Steelers. 72 overall. Of course, he's hidden. He is a coverage linebacker. Mainly actually, he is kind of just like a 50-50. He's really good, actually. Block shed's decent. Coverage ratings are pretty decent. Development, I mean, unless he's like an X Factor, I'm not going to be too mad with it, but definitely a good pick for them. And then Fitzgerald was the other guy to the Ravens. I did expect this guy to be the one we were going to land in the end anyways. It was going to be. So, yeah, definitely a good decision for us to pass, but good catching. So, I mean, you could work with him, but yeah, he's actually pretty good. Either one would have been pretty damn solid of a pick. But I'm still okay. I'm happy with our picks. No! Holy shit. The hell am I, a demon? All right, going on to year 3, we are an 88 overall across the board. This is kind of when you would maybe see a Super Bowl, especially with the rookie quarterback magic. If not, next season is where, you're willing to bet some money. That's where I'd be putting my money, is the offensive line is getting better on that left side and interior. Odell, hopefully he can get an X Factor at some point. 30 years old. He's not getting any younger. He already regressed a little bit, unfortunately. Pittman, 87 overall. Barker, probably should have went for a better number 3, but it's fine. Looking at the defensive side of things, Levante Davis, the starting middle linebacker, definitely a guy you have to replace next season no matter what. Cornerback, Kenny Moore, maybe gets a 1-year deal, but still look to replace him. They also got some Pickett fella. I think he's a 1-year guy. I don't know if he has any potential. He's 6'3". Sucks at catching and jumping, but I guess maybe there's potential there. Defensive line, we got the rookie Sears, who's obviously got a lot of potential. But yeah, edge is really where we're struggling on. But our sacks in the postseason have been pretty good. So at the end of the day, is it really the reason why we didn't win a Super Bowl? I don't think so. I think the passing game just didn't do enough. Defense was pretty good in all the games. All right, here we have our re-signings. Jonathan Taylor, that's a 6-year deal coming up for him. I don't know why running backs don't get paid in Madden. I suppose in real life, you probably shouldn't pay someone unless they're super dynamic, which I suppose he kind of is, like a Kamara or a McCaffrey or a Kamara or a McCaffrey. I don't know, there's not a whole lot of running backs in the league right now that I would pay top 5 money for, Of course, Kenny Moore, 28 going on 29. It's old, But worst case scenario, he's an 85 overall. I'd pay 14 mil for an 85 overall for one last chance. Michael Pittman, I think that's a 5-year deal. We have 20.9 mil. Oh, okay, dude. 20.9 mil left to work with. The return man, Isaiah Rodgers, might not be bad of a contract to sign. Rigoberto's been pretty solid, so we'll give him that deal. And we'll have an okay amount of money to work with. All right, go into the playoffs, and we are not in them at 7-9. Let's take a look at the season for Theo Foster. 28 touchdowns, 13 picks, 3,700 yards. Rushing, Jonathan Taylor looks to get to superstar. Odell, probably short of X Factor. Robert Tonyan, not bad. Yikes for Pittman. Looking at blocking numbers, EA just doesn't care. Like, it just doesn't matter. They're like, give him a bunch. Whatever, no one's going to complain. Buckner with 16.5, not as great as last year, but still really solid. The rest of the numbers are absolutely abysmal, though. Blankenship, I mean, we just had, like, no scoring opportunities. Is that what it was? Yikes, I thought maybe this could have been the year, let alone a year that we don't even make the playoffs. Rodgers with either 3 or 4 straight MVPs. Absolutely insane. Players of the year, I don't think we'd had Theo Foster, Sears almost. Buckner, D-Lineman of the year again. Yeah, not a great season. Not a great season at all. Of course, it was pretty much caused by the beginning of the season that we were so bad. We lost 5 out of the first 6. Won 3, lost 1, won 2, lost 1, won 1, and then lost 2. Damn, dude. That's terrible. Bills versus Saints for the Super Bowl. The winner is the Saints. Interesting. Do we have any dev ups? Probably not, right? Wow, Taylor didn't go up, actually. I forgot about him. Defensively, it looks like Leonard and Bobby did both go up in dev, if I'm not mistaken. Leonard, that's very clutch. And then Bobby, not as dire, but also pretty clutch. No one else, though. Sears didn't go up. Judge didn't go up. Unfortunate. Kenny Moore's still an 86, so... All right, I guess another season. That was very disappointing, but what can you do? Oh, we broke. Rigoberto's good, but punter isn't really the biggest need in the world. We'll just grab some random punters come and go all the time. So, sorry, Rigoberto. Do we have anyone we can get rid of that's really expensive? Buckner, but, Odell, Buckner. I mean, this window's pretty closed, right? Like, we need them to get going here. This could be the last season for us. I mean, if we can't get it done this season, like, there's no way we're going to do it anytime in the future. I mean, there's no one we can get rid of here other than the guys we're going to have to get rid of, like potentially Buckner, potentially Odell, definitely Kenny Moore after this season. I mean, our window's closed literally after this year. There's nothing we could do to do anything other than that. So I think win or lose the Super Bowl, make the win or lose, to get to the playoffs. I think this will be the final season because this team is going to be back in rebuild mode to an extent. Maybe not rebuild mode, but definitely not. If last year's team couldn't get us to the freaking Super Bowl or to the playoffs even, the team after this year is definitely not going to because it's going to drop several overalls. We're going to lose Tonyan. We're going to lose Kenny Moore. We're likely going to lose, maybe not Odell right now, but he's going to regress. It's not the greatest looking team, and our middle linebacker's gone, so, this is a bit of a yikes. That is a shocker, and honestly, that is a low ball offer. What in the world? That is so low for him. Julio Jones, interesting. Antoine Winfield, there's some really good players here, too. A little bit of a mix-up in the league, but nothing we could really do. Rodgers still there, 40, interesting. Not a bad overall either. See, there's maybe like some linebacker that's kind of on the lower end that we maybe get. So realistically, I think what you got to do is, I wouldn't say draft a replacement, but you definitely have to let Ryan Kelly go. Otherwise, you're going to completely cripple the team. Tanya, you got to let go after his contract is up. Kenny Moore, of course, we already know is going to be gone. But outside of that, you really can't do anything. Maybe you let Odell go, potentially Buckner on a 1-year deal or something. He's been way too good for us not to keep. So, yeah, the team's definitely going to drop hard. But in case we ever want to return to it, if we don't win a Super Bowl, both are Blankenships. Interesting. But yeah, if in case we ever want to return, that I think that's the path going forward. We got a couple of backup offers. Oh, I am actually surprised we got Davion Taylor for 1, and then Wagner was really cheap. He only wanted like 3.5. We gave him like 3 mil flat. I suppose even though we did go 7-9, anyone could see that this team is on the brink of potentially making a trip back to the Super Bowl, especially with a lot of draft picks, a lot of them being very high as well. So realistically, I think you go best available, but if you can find positional need, I think you fill that need. Unfortunately, Applewhite, who looks really solid, is not in our grasps. All right, so as far as best available goes, it would appear that cornerback is the best abundance, so that is likely what we are going to take. Although you do have this guy too, Taylor Harris, who looks actually really solid. I don't think you let that guy go. I think you go to pick 25 and trade up for him because we do have pick 11. And we have pick 10 and 11. Okay. Yeah, but both of these corners look good. I know this guy's a safety, but he's a hybrid, better man than zone. So I think the safety is the best bet, but I don't want to trade up. So hopefully we can just sit where we are and then just take whoever's available. But I hope it's the safety. I know he's small, but I think he's the best option. Is that the safety? No way that was the safety, was it? Yo, it was the safety. Really good overall, too. I can't trade up. I just can't. I can't do it. We're going to lose him at 10, too. We don't. I don't know. I think this corner is a little bit of a reach. Do we have any other options? We have, same difference, really. We have this guy, 6'2". He's also 23. This guy does look the best, but I really don't know, man. This is so tough. There's so many options, and I really wanted the safety. He was small, but I would have taken him. That's what she said. Wait, is any of the corners late? If any of these guys are late first, I'm willing to do it. I think we can move back 5 picks. Or we get picks 16 and 80. Browns could take a corner, but I don't think they will. So we're guaranteed to grab one of the corners. Maybe we can trade down again, actually. Tampa does take a corner. I'm a little surprised by that. They do end up taking the corner we want, unfortunately, but there's still other ones. I'm almost half tempted to take the guy that's 5'10". Or there was one that was 5'10". It's almost like the guys that aren't the best are the ones that are the best. It's very strange. 6'3". Nah, you got to go Kitchens. 73 overall, normal. Oh, Lord. Well, best thing to do now is slow sim and see what we missed. 74 overall. The other corner's still there. I'm not willing to trade up, though, for him. Means to the Falcons, of course, they get another one. Is that the guy, 72 overall? Of course, it's all down to who has the hit in development. Is our pass rusher still there? He is. I think going to Miami is a good trade up. I really hope we don't regret that. I think the first corner off the board was the guy we wanted to, which typically means bad for us. We give him 42 and 99 with Forbes for 25, but we're also going to give them 107, which makes it a very even trade. Get a 7 next year. Ooh, they got Chase Young. Damn. Good free agency win. I think this pass rush is going to be a win. Speaking of, Mr. Taylor Harris, he looks so good. If he's not hitting, I will be shocked. Okay, I'm not shocked because he is a very high overall. It's one of the two. You either get a hit in or you get a really good player. Sometimes you're lucky enough to get both. Unfortunately, I usually don't bet. For our next pick, we're going to go to number 11, which may be a linebacker. So you have another speed rusher, late second, 7.2 grade. It's another hit or miss type of play. The middle linebacker went. Oh, that really blows, dude. I did not expect that. That is a huge miss. It might have even been Gore. I don't think it was. I think it was a legitimate middle linebacker. Bruh, can I see the transactions? I think it was Calhoun or Blackstock. I don't even think so. I know it was. Well, it could have been Boone. I don't know who it was, but it was one of the linebackers. Whatever the highest overall is I imagine is the guy that we would have had. Could go another pass rusher, but the guy we got is good, so there's not really any reason. You're just trying to double down on a position that you already have someone good. It's just the dev's not there. Honestly, at this point, it's probably a trade down, right? Hazel, let's just get to the early third, I suppose. We give up a 4th-round pick with our pick 11 in the second for the Vikings first, which is risky. And they go with a running back. Interesting to trade up for a running back, but 70 overall could be hidden. Can't wait till whatever we were going to take is gone as well. We have a center. We'll probably trade up for him as well. Actually, tight end's not the biggest need. Yeah, he skipped the combine. We'll risk it. 74 overall, normal. Not super fast. We have another really good drafted tight end, but meh. We'll take the center if he's there. Then our next pick is all the way in the 5th, which, I don't even care. Not bad combine grades. Top skills are decent, and he's normal. Sweet. Man, our drafts have been really bad. But that's Madden for you. Not really much we can do, honestly. All right, we're going to take a wide receiver, 21 years old, 70 overall. A decent bit of potential, actually. It just sucks, though. You have jumping, injury, stamina, and toughness that really don't upgrade much at all. Some of those don't upgrade at all. And outside of that, he looks so good. I know 182 is a little on the lighter side, but overall, that's not a bad pick. And then, of course, those ratings you just can't really upgrade. Just have to be bad, don't they? The other wide receiver's gone. We're going to take Rhodes. Maybe we get lucky with a hit-in. And a lot of times I say that we get lucky. Not today, yet again. I think we may need to replace the fullback soon, so why not take one here? The guy looks pretty good. And Jamie Stewart, well, he doesn't look very good, but his combine report is decent. He's 24, so... Man, that was a rough draft, I ain't gonna lie. That was brutal. More importantly, it's going to be even more brutal when we see the guys we missed. We landed 0 hit-ins. 0 hit-ins. All right, so we traded down from 11. We could have had Allen Matthews. I believe this was the guy we were going to go with. Of course, 75 overall hidden. Super stoked about that. Only star, but, I mean, still, that's still pretty damn good. There was a tight end here, Matt Priester, normal. A different cornerback, Glenn Claxton. Claxton was the guy we were going to go with after our guy was gone, so it would have been a good decision had the Bucs not tripled down on corner. Another star. How many corners do they need unless they lost some of them? Anyone else? Henry Odin, after the guy we took. Definitely not as good, even though he is tall. I don't know if this was the guy. The guy we had was pretty fast, so it was one of the two. I would assume it was Leo Blacksock. I cannot confirm it, though. Maybe actually we already looked at it. Maybe it was this guy. He was star. So we missed out on 2 stars. Absolutely love that. Just so we can grab a bunch of normals. All right, 89 overall team. This is what the starting roster looks like. Of course, Foster is a superstar with 81 overall. He's already 25 years old. Spin cycle. Does he even have spinning? Nice. 49 spin, and he's got spin cycle. Sweet. As far as what we should give him, I guess pocket Deadeye. I mean, he's kind of just a pocket dude. Looking at the defensive side of things, pass rusher, still no one above Buckner. No other than Buckner above normal, which is sad. DBs are pretty solid. Linebackers are really solid. Wagner, he's old, but still decent. What's his speed? He's still really good. Look at him. He's actually really solid still. About as good as you're going to get for a 79 overall. Can we get this man another ring? Let's do it. We should also see where Stafford went. Assuming he's still in the league. He was superstar, so I'd imagine so. Just go by throw power, I guess. Trey Lance, 98. Trevor, 97. Jeez, just look at the throw power on these guys. I guess it's not the best way to look. Is he even in the league anymore? 91. He could be in the low 90s. Rodgers at 90. Oh, here's Stafford. He is a Bengal. What are his stats and awards? Did he win any Super Bowls? So 2023, is that preseason? What is this? Did that already happen and he just sucked? I think it did and he was just a backup. Not great though. Let's take a look at the awards. I think it shows Super Bowl winner, right? I have no idea if it does. Because the Bengals did make a play, didn't they? No Super Bowls, so. All right, so this is why I said that the window is closing, as they say. So Petrula, linemen, especially star, aren't easy to find. Really solid run blocker, which is probably the main thing you would want as a center. I don't know how much money we have, but of course Buckner is a guy you obviously keep. A 2-year 40 is totally fair. It looks like we do have a decent bit of money here, actually. Odell, I think a 3-year deal at 91. You definitely want him to get to Superstar X Factor. I don't know if that's possible, though. Maybe the team's not as screwed as I thought. Of course, age is maybe a bigger problem than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be money, but it was actually age. You definitely lose Kenny, but I think you can actually afford Ryan Kelly for another year. So, we actually have a little bit more money to work with than I thought. Tanyan, I don't think you can get away with a tag. Maybe you can, though. And then Petrula, you obviously sign. And Trill, that's actually not a bad deal. He's still pretty young. Well, cool. Taylor Harris is a star development player, but we lost 56-14. So, cool, man. And let me tell you something. I don't know what to tell you. I was going to tell you something, but I don't know what to tell you. 7 7-9 with this roster. Look at the losses. We were 6-2, and we finished 7-9. One of the biggest season chokes of all time. Theo Foster with a lot of picks, but even those I don't think are enough to lose you all those games. Taylor was solid. Odell goes the X factor. O-line, glad we're paying Quentin Nelson so much money to give up a league average amount of sacks. Buckner 13, Judge with 7.5, Taylor Harris, not bad picks, nothing to be happy about. Blankenship, probably the most consistent player on the team outside of probably Jonathan Taylor. Take a look at the yearly awards. Not that we probably would have any. Maybe Defensive Rookie of the Year, Taylor Harris, yes. D-Lineman of the Year, maybe again. No, Buckner gets outbeat there. And we'll take a look at who wins the Super Bowl. That's going to be it for me. I mean, there's not much more to say. We had a Super Bowl trip with Stafford, and after that was pretty much downhill from there. Great team, just no progression at all. I mean, best case scenario, you win a Super Bowl, or you make a Super Bowl trip in 2026, and you win it in 27, maybe. But at that point, it's not even a rebuild. It's like a franchise. You're playing franchise mode for like almost a decade. Of course, the Cowboys win the Super Bowl. Looking at, we'll take a look at DevOps in a moment, but looking at who you would re-sign, maybe Tanyan. Bobby Wagner drops in Dev, of course, still in the league, which is impressive. Mafe, you'd probably let go. Well, maybe you keep him. I don't know if you have the money. A couple of decent names there. You could definitely keep his backups. Kenny Moore would be gone, dropping the talent at cornerback by quite a bit. I know the quarterback would be a higher overall here, 85, which isn't even that great. But it just, I don't know, dude. Odell for the 3-year kind of seems like a good decision. Did drop quite a bit in overall, but he is an X factor now. Taylor's still no superstar. To Harris, a nice dev-ups for him, but and J.C. Jackson up to X factor, which is very clutch. But overall, just it didn't work out. You're about to lose Hooker to old age here. You can see he's regressing. Bobby, I think, is fine because he's a superstar X factor. Moore, you're literally about to lose. Rocky Sin's regressing. Looking at the offensive side of things, obviously Odell's regressing. Kelly has regressed. Tanyan, you're probably going to let go. And even if you don't, he's going to regress soon. I mean, if we come back to this team, I don't know. This could be just one of those purgatory teams that's just stuck in the middle. I don't know what to tell you. But we still had a decent bit of success. We built the team up pretty nicely. We got a quarterback. He's playing okay. I don't know if he'll ever be the franchise quarterback. Stafford was actually, he wasn't great, but somehow got the team to a Super Bowl, and they almost won it. So, I don't know. I guess if you're the Colts, the moral of the story is, I suppose, make the trade. Very, very close to a Super Bowl title. I think if Stafford can bring the Colts to a Super Bowl trip, whether they win or not, it's an automatic win of a trade as long as they don't give up more than, I don't know, like a top 20 pick. Like just outside a top 20 pick with maybe a second round at most for the next season. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's really all there is to it. We already did do a Colts rebuild recently enough, and I think it was pretty successful. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. Hopefully you guys at least enjoyed it. I know I did until this last few seasons. Of course, the Stafford part was kind of fun. Anyways, though, if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PKR Plays, twitch.tv/JeromePKR. We will have Bulldogs off-season stream tonight at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be squared. Just be there, dude. Let's try to get us to our highest concurrent viewers ever. I don't even know what that would be, but something in the 200s, maybe 300. I can't remember. Anyways, I'm really excited for it, by the way. Anyways, that is going to be it. The second channel may have a Minecraft Dungeons video up. If not, just check out the Cyberpunk video we released yesterday. And that is it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys come back for next video. Will be some videos tomorrow and, of course, the stream tonight. But until next video, see ya!